Good morning, everyone. I'm here. Yesterday, we talked about the recent case of the lead masks, It's a product that was promoted heavily on social media, particularly Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, where people were making videos about how this was going to save them from the Wuhan virus. And it turns out that the product, which is a mask that's lined with lead, actually had no effect whatsoever on the Wuhan virus. In fact, probably a harmful effect, because it gave people a false sense of security. Well, this morning, we have an update to that story. The influencer who was promoting the lead mask, a guy by the name of Austin, well, he got arrested yesterday by the FBI. Yeah, that's right. They paid a visit to his mansion in California where he lives with his family, and they arrested him without incident. He did live stream the whole thing, so we actually have footage of the FBI showing up to his house, and then him being placed under arrest. Now he's facing federal charges for what is called unlawful monetary transactions. That's basically money laundering. Feds believe that he was laundering money for an illegal gambling website, and whether or not that's true, I don't know. But if he was, promoting a product like that, I can see why the feds would be interested in his financial dealings, right? If he was pushing this lead mask as something that was gone, protect you from the Wuhan virus. I'm sure there were a lot of people that bought multiple masks because they believed in the product. And if he was taking money from them and then turning around and putting it into some sort of illegal gambling website, yeah, that's definitely money laundering. And if it can be tied back to the fraudulent sales of these masks, then that's definitely going to result in criminal charges. Now, when the FBI showed up, there were quite a few people around. It looked like maybe a party or something going on. And you can see his wife and kids there. His wife actually started screaming at the top of her lungs. What is happening? When they took him away, she started crying. The kids were, looking around and kind of confused. It was really quite a scene. I mean, you could tell from his wife's reaction that she had no idea that this was coming. This was totally a surprise to her. As for Austin himself, he actually didn't resist. Just kind of put his hands up and was like, all right, I guess I'm going. So either he knew this was coming, or he was expecting it, or he's just such a little punk that he doesn't even resist. But either way, they took him down to the station house. They charged him. Apparently he was released later on with, some sort of monitoring device on his ankle. He's not supposed to leave the state of California while this thing is going on. He's going to have to, report back to the court at a later date. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's safe to say that, he won't be promoting any more lead masks anytime soon. That's for sure. All right, guys, that's all I had this morning. If you want to support the channel, you can do so by clicking that subscribe button right there.